Good afternoon, everybody. Ponylover1989 here, and welcome to another reaction episode. I'm sorry I couldn't be able to react yesterday. It was Labor Day, and we had to grill out steaks and mashed potatoes, and for dessert we have ice cream. Can you believe I'm almost close to 360 subscribers? Well, anyway, Something Different 765 suggested me to react to part 2 of Chugga Sticks It to Sticker Star because he or she, I think, loved my reaction to part 1 so much. So anyway, I don't know how many parts there are going to be, so here we go in 3, 2, 1, and go. There's a gnat flying around in this house. State Farm commercial, not interested.
Chapter 2!
Oh wait, this is actually that bad?
We start off in Dry Bake Desert, the first level of World 2. Here's the big door that needed the poison mushroom you've heard so much about. Check it out, it's the mariachi guy.
The mariachi shy guy.
Doesn't say anything, but he's cute, right? Besides that, you just run a bunch. Gotta be faster than Pokey.
Paragoomba. Pokey.
What it's doing is making secret areas required. Now there's a concept. Unless you thought to do this, you're playing this desert twice.
Ugh.
Doesn't
Doesn't that sort of remind you of that desert level from Super Mario 64? You lose a life when you sink in that sand, sink in the sinking sand of the desert level in Super Mario 64.
Strong stickers grow more plentiful. So I always assumed my inconsistent damage was just stronger stickers doing that damage until a speedrunner showed me a data mine.
Speedrunner.
Yoshi Sphinx.
The Yoshi's... Wow.
Seriously.
It's a Sphinx that looks exactly like Yoshi.
Charming set piece or memorable location we've come across. And it's both at the same time. This is a taste of what can happen when they actually care.
Dry bones.
Making grassland, desert land, and forest land. The mariachi guys are fun.
The mariachi shy guys.
They actually play songs. And there's a trio of them here with different accents.
Accordion, guitar, and maracas.
The paratroopers who fight you at the end are great and have one of the game's better moments. The level even rewards exploration pretty nicely with some good stickers and an HP apart. Good going. We're good to move on. Or are we? So, like I said, these levels have mandatory secrets within them. Now there's a concept. We must find treasure chests containing scraps that serve as a key for the final level. In this case, we go up to the Yoshi head, and his eyes are perforated, allowing us to gouge out his pupils and slide down his bleeding nose. Good thing he isn't alive. We have a fight with Kamek out here on the tongue where he transforms all your stickers into flip-flops that do 5 damage.
Oh.
Good thing we can attack twice per turn and he only has 20 HP. This is a super lame boss fight where he will attack you once and then it's over every single time. There is no strategy. You don't even have to worry about accidentally using up a good sticker while they're disguised because they still show their power tiers. Just don't use a shiny or a rainbow one and you're good. Oh, so it's Kirsty's fault I have to use stickers. Officially canon.
Canon. Wow, I can hear a distorted voice of Yoshi from the Sphinx.
2-3, Sand Shifter Ruins. So we run around for a desert for a while or something, and then we end up in a maze of underground tunnels and
underground
tunnel. Look at this and we realize, yep, we're gonna be here for a while. It's all trial and error to find the correct path. The enemies come back every time.
Slap hammer sticker.
It's all getting really dull.
Oh, everything's starting to get dark.
And you find yourself out here in the middle of nowhere, waiting for something to happen. And you kind of notice that nothing's happened. We haven't met a new character since the very beginning. There's been no plot developments. Bowser haven't shown up again. We haven't unlocked any new abilities, and... Wait. Oh. that kind of game. I got bored running through this maze multiple times for about 30 minutes, so then I zoned out, thought about things, and this was the moment I realized I wasn't having fun. My high from playing a brand new Paper Mario for the first time in 5 years carried me through the first chapter without even noticing everything I loved and expected was gone. I've talked to people about this game, and usually there'll be at least somebody who tells me, "Really? Sticker Star is the worst game you've ever played?" I played it, and while I didn't beat it, it seemed fun enough for the little bit that I played, and that's just it. It genuinely doesn't seem so awful until you dive in and try to finish it. When you're starting out, you don't notice there's no story because barely any time has passed and lots of games have slow starts. Plus, I was giving the game credit to pick up later due to the pedigree
Fire Emblem
systems. I didn't realize I'd already met all the characters I'm ever gonna meet because Kirsty and Bowser Jr. make their debuts in the first 10 minutes or so. Before release, I was excited that this was the return of turn-based battles, but it takes spending a little while with it to notice how botched it is. I didn't even realize how annoying the battle system was to play or that I wasn't gaining anything from combat until I'd participated in enough of them to stop and wonder, hey wait, how close am I to leveling up? Has that happened yet? And then I couldn't find a menu for it. I didn't realize all the fun text was locked to the intro because there's so few characters and Decalburg is the only town in the whole game. I was expecting to find another town out here in the desert somewhere.
Paper Mario 64.
You're lucky to average one good character interaction per chapter. And yes, sometimes it's 0. It's so bare bones. It's so dry and desolate.
Dry and
Just
bare?
the desert I was standing in when I noticed it.
Ooh.
Wait! That killed me!
That-
What?
That's kind of like sinking sand. So that's kind of like losing. That's kind of like losing a life at the sinking sand in that desert level from Super Mario 64.
I was just trying to be funny! That killed
I have to do all that over? No! That is so not cool. I was just trying to be silly and see what happened when I stayed still in the
Trying to be
quicksand for a few
funny?
seconds. Just one level ago, we were required to do this to progress. In
any other video game in this genre, that would be -1 heart and a respawn at the door.
It would be like that in a Legend of Zelda game.
Twilight Princess.
What instant game over? I didn't even know this until I was getting footage for this. I lost half an hour of playing this stupid maze to one hazard. This game is still surprising me in just how awful it is. So, where I was actually meaning to go before that happened, in this section, we're gonna be tearing the gameplay a new asshole. The main focus is the battle system because now we can fully appreciate everything that went wrong with it. The way battles in this game actually work is somewhat confusing. So let's get detailed with how this entire system feels like an 8-year-old threw in whatever sounded cool without thinking about how it would all fit together. You find stickers all over the ground. They're even kind enough to respawn every time you leave the area and come back. Stickers are your attacks and items rolled into one big awful thing. You play one sticker per turn, you can pay coins to use a battle spinner, which has a chance of allowing 2 or 3 stickers per turn instead. And you can pay even more coins to rig the battle spinner to allow 2 at bare minimum. How do you get coins? Battles give you coins. And nothing else. No, I don't mean you can only get coins from battling. I mean battles don't give anything but coins. There is no resource exclusive to battle. There is no shortage of coins in the field normally, plus coins are given out as a reward for completing an area. And
Coins.
why exactly would I buy stickers with my coins when both resources are free everywhere and are super plentiful? All battles serve to do is reduce your HP and reduce your stock of stickers. It just makes you more ill-prepared for the next required battle. It's a waste of time. The only thing that is exclusively gained from battle in any context is the ability to heal. So the only reason I'd ever want to get into a fight is something that should have been in a pause menu in the first place, and thus is something I resent the game for. Mario has no stats other than HP.
HP up
has
heart.
no party member with him to strategize with, cannot be customized in any way whatsoever, and there's no equipment system. Your stickers are
Partners
all
in
that
time.
crap. And Kirsty operates on the logic of ladies don't fight. There's a nice message. She says this all the time, and God, that pisses me off. We've had so many kick-ass girls in this series. Kirsty, shut
The
up.
1,000-year door.
But to me, I think there's even worse problems than what seems to get all of the attention. You've probably heard all of this before. So let me get down into why even if you were to play these battles, they're not fun anyway. You can't strategically choose to attack a specific enemy. Just what?
I would have attacked the enemy in the back to take advantage of a paralyzed enemy. I can't do it.
Other than picking from whatever stickers you happen to have on hand. It's no more complicated than shoving the other side with bigger numbers than they're shoving you with. The only exceptions are the battle spinner, which, for instance, the second sticker on a battle spinner will attack the second enemy, or stickers that attack everybody. When we attack, what about the action commands? They're in this game.
Action
This is
commands?
the way Paper Mario makes itself stand out from the crowd of RPGs, so it's pretty important to get right. Every single regular sticker has the exact same action command. Press A at the right time. There's no variety beyond that to vary it up or make the attacks feel different from one another. How do we select our stickers then? Why, from the sticker album, of course. And because
Fireballs
the sticker
ignite the
albums
ball
don't look
bombs
like attack
that will
menus,
cause them to
your
explode.
stock of an attack doesn't stack. A regular jump is limited use. Each individual regular jump you have stocked takes up space, and once you use it, it's gone for good. This is kind of a problem because after boss fights, we get another page added to that album until we have
Another
8 of
page?
them. So this means potentially
8?
96 options to select from every single turn. Did you think that was enough? It's easily possible to have more than 50 unorganized options spread across multiple screens as your interface for which choice you will make this turn. Plus, more powerful stickers take up more room than others, so pages aren't even consistent in their layout from one to the next. This thing's a damn mess. So already simply picking a battle command is needlessly complicated and time-consuming. Every battle command, from jumps to hammers to mushrooms to fire flowers to defense moves, are all lumped into
Cake,
one
pita,
big, massive,
balloon,
messy paper.
sponge,
And there's
scissors.
no way of organizing stickers inside of battle. Your only way to move stickers around is to pause between battles and hit a button in the menu to organize them. By this one decision to not make the attack stack, they've given us yet another reason to avoid combat so that we're not having to pause every minute just to keep our stickers straight. This might be the worst user interface I have ever seen in a AAA title, and it's the main gameplay mechanic. Even worse, the organization system is poorly programmed. Here's a real thing that happened to myself and Proton John on a live stream. We couldn't pick up a sticker due to lack of space, but it was only because the organization system only thinks in columns. If it organized pages into rows or compared how it would be in rows versus columns to pick the better of the two, we could have picked up that sticker and instead had to pause and move them around ourselves. In practice, let's say there's a pretty good option on page 1, but the best option is actually on page 6. But you've also looked at 50 other options in between, while also trying to consider how much of each option was left at a glance because you aren't given numbers on that. Even worse, a lot of stickers are objectively worse versions of other stickers, while others are the same as other stickers, just only situationally usable. This sort of reminds me of those case studies where they say that as you give people more and more options, they make progressively worse choices. One thing that particularly got under my skin was that the developers bragged about how good these menus were in
The
interface.
developers.
And they're easily the worst part of the gameplay. So we have a confusing user interface, limitations over how we can organize our inventory, an invisible attack stat that isn't shown to the player. Our inventory contains everything down to our regular attacks, and there's all these kinds of stickers, many of which sport non-specific tiers of power. When combining all this, damage feels essentially random. It's not consistent whatsoever. Good luck! All you do in fights is click on